Welcome to this Vitality Reset series web class. Unlock 3 essentials to control aging for more vitality and freedom. And so, first of all, I think we need to think about why would you want to control aging? What would it look like when you control aging, and then how to do that? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. I was probably approaching 50 when age even became a factor for me in life. I mean, I've been going a long life, hadn't been thinking about the future, so definitely not thinking about controlling it. And then when I was 50 and my body got a mind of its own, suddenly it felt like I was out of control, and I didn't really like that feeling. And it's not surprising, because as we approach 50, there are a lot of things happening. I mean, for women, certainly you've got hormonal changes, but everybody has got cellular changes, accelerating aging, and then there are societal changes. And so maybe you have experienced or are experiencing one or more of these things, physical things like weight gain, feeling sluggish, maybe feeling anxious, forgetful, having some brain fog, just not feeling yourself, or even feeling not valued. And as you approach this time, you have really 2 options. One is, well, I'm just going to let this happen. I'm going to be, aging is something that's just going to happen and it's inevitable. Or I'm going to take control and I'm going to defy age limits. And so that's really what I'm going to be talking about today. So how do you defy age limits? Well, really, you need to uncouple your chronological age from your biological age. So what does that actually mean? Chronological age determines how many candles we have on our cake. Our biological age determines how we look and feel. And they don't have to match. So you would have heard of people, oh, she's 60, but she's got the body of a 40-year-old, or the metabolic age of a 40-year-old, or biological age. So it's when the 2 don't match. And your biological age is determined by how healthy and efficiently your cells work. And we can affect that. And we can have our cells working more healthily, more efficiently, and rejuvenated. And it's often called cellular rejuvenation, which I'll be referring to. So cellular rejuvenation is not just about feeling younger and living longer. It's about freedom. It's about feeling free of fatigue, free of aches, free of pains, free of worries about aging. And so I wanted to talk about that today. And I think a lot of people are keen to be proactive about their health and to, yes, do whatever they can for cellular rejuvenation, but it can be confusing to know where to start. There's so much information. And so what I like to do is, having walked that path already, and been diving into the literature and finding things, is create little systems. And today I'm going to share with you my ACT formula for resetting your biological age, moving it away from your chronological age, so that you feel younger, you look younger, your cells are more revitalized, rejuvenated. In my online course, I have my vitality formula, which is a little bit more in depth, and it's 7 steps. But today, the ACT formula is a great place to start. So let's move forward. So this is, if you've ever been in the longevity space, you're probably aware that people are always going to tell you, oh, there's this formula, is that formula, take this magic potion or that magic potion to reverse aging or to slow aging, or however people talk about it. They might say a biohack, they might say a protocol. But the important thing isn't that you take some magic potion. The important thing is that you start with the basics, and the basics are your mindset, your emotions, and then you do the action. So it's a think, feel, do. And I just really wanted to comment on how amazing our bodies are. We have trillions of cells, say 37 trillion cells, 1 billion reactions per second per cell. It's a lot of reactions, building stuff, breaking it down, recycling, waste disposal, maintenance and repair, surveillance, energy production, maintenance of balance, which is homeostasis. And all the time you've got coordination and communication between all these cells. It's amazing. And there are specific reactions, let's call them cellular rejuvenation mechanisms, and there are certain pathways, let's call them longevity pathways, that are just designed to keep our cells healthy and working efficiently, to keep our cells healthy and youthful. And we just need to have those turned on. So how do we turn them on? Well, it's the things that we do, and we start with our think, feel, do. So the ACT formula is be aware of your thoughts and reframe them as necessary. Control and connect. Well, really connect first with your feelings, and then control how long you spend in the stress response. You want to really connect as much as possible with the calm, the rest and digest and rejuvenate state. And then T is for take action, but I like to also think tinker with your lifestyle. Just tinker. You don't need to make huge changes. So this is what we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to start with mindset. So there have been studies, and one big study from Yale that looked at perception, and they looked at people in their 50s, and they measured their perception of aging and what they felt aging was going to be like. And there was people who had a positive perception and people who didn't. And then they followed these people over a period of time. And if you had a positive perception of aging, you lived 7.5 years longer. So just a positive perception of aging increases the number of years that you live. And they controlled for a whole lot of other things. It wasn't related to anything else. And then a professor from Harvard, Ellen Langer, did a lot of studies in the 70s about mindset. She did the counterclockwise study. But there are 2 studies that I just want to mention right now. One is called the Housemaid Study, and they looked at housemates in hotels in New York, and they were very, very busy, and they were looking and they're thinking, these people are doing a lot of exercise, but they don't necessarily have great health parameters. And at the time there were US surgeon recommendations for exercise, and they felt that they were probably at least meeting them, if not going above. So they split the housemaids into 2 groups. And they did a number of, they did interviews. None of them really thought they were exercising much, and some didn't think they did any exercise at all. They did health parameters. And then in one group, they just gave them the information about the exercise guidelines. And on the other group, they sat down with them and detailed, okay, you did this today, that counts as X amount of calories and X amount of exercise, and showed them how they were meeting the guidelines. And 4 weeks later, without them doing anything else other than that change in perception, that this group now believes that what they're doing at work is exercise, that group had a drop in weight, drop in blood pressure, and a drop in some other health, or an improvement in other health parameters, just by a change in perception. So not only perception changes increases the length of life, but increases your health. And another study from Langer showed that if people were exposed to negative words about aging, that within 15 minutes of that, they were walking slower and were actually acting older. So positive perception has got lots of positive effects, but the converse is true as well. So let's be practical. I want to be very practical today. So what can you do? So the first thing is watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts and words. And a lot of these are not even your own. A lot of your thoughts about aging would have been programmed into you when you were young. So be aware of what they are and reframe them. So if you notice yourself saying, I can't do something, add yet. I can't yet. You know, there are some things I just don't say. I don't say I'm having a senior moment. If I forget something, I just think, oh, I've forgotten. 3-year-olds forget things. 6-year-olds forget things. 16-year-olds forget things. 26-year-olds forget things. I'm 66. I forget things. It's okay. I'll just say, oh, I've forgotten. And I stop thinking about it and think, oh, I'll remember in a minute. And I do. So just stop and just watch your words. You don't need to label things as being related to age. So that's the first thing. The second thing is be aware of the people around you and what are they saying. And if they're saying ageist things, call them on it, or just don't spend so much time with them. It affects you. The words that are said around you affect you. Or join a group. I belong to the Pro-Age Alliance. And so I'm just in a group with a whole lot of very positive women of a similar age who are doing amazing things. So it's very uplifting. And if anyone's interested in that, just message me afterwards. And then finally, show yourselves some love. They're listening. They're listening. All those trillions of cells with those trillions times billions, whatever that makes, reactions, jobs that they're doing for you. Imagine like it's a factory that's going on and you're the boss. So imagine you're in a factory, you're the factory worker and you're working hard, but the boss is always complaining that you're not good enough. Are you going to work as efficiently as if you had a boss who's coming going like, you're doing amazing, thank you so much, I'm really grateful for all you're doing, you'd be really great if we could do a bit more, but you're really doing great. Your cells are just like that. Say thank you. So they're my tips for mindset. Very easy things, but very, very impactful. Then we have stress. So we have an autonomic nervous system. So it's a nervous system that acts in the background. And it has 2 branches, the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight, and the parasympathetic, which is the rest and digest, or as I like to call it, the rest, digest, and rejuvenate. So when we're in fight or flight, we are only interested in staying alive. It's all about your chronological age. It's getting you to the next birthday. Your biological age is, sorry, the parasympathetic nervous system is more related to your biological ages, or it's more related to let's do self-healing, let's do cellular rejuvenation, let's do all of the things we need to do to keep our cells acting efficiently. So we want to be in the parasympathetic nervous system as much as possible. But every time we're stressed, we turn that off. And, you know, sure, it's great to feel stressed, to be in that stress state if you're about to be attacked by a mountain lion, but you don't want to be there when you're worried about a work deadline or, you know, how you're going to pay a bill. But all of those things set up the same reaction. It's an all or nothing. The stress response is all or nothing. So you just have to really be, you know, I said connect with your feelings. You've got to just know where you are. And if you're not in a calm state and you don't have to be in a stress state, so obviously, you know, in the middle of being attacked by a mountain lion, definitely stay in the stress state. But when you're not in that situation, get back into your parasympathetic nervous system. So how can you do that? Well, I'm going to give you 3 ways. And the first is just be in the now, be in the moment, mindfulness techniques. And an easy one is just stopping and saying, look at your 5 senses and do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things I'm seeing right now. Okay, what are 5 things I can see right now? Okay, I can see the computer screen. I can see the light. I can see the phone. I can see 5 things. Then 4 things I can feel. Well, I can feel the chair under me. I can feel the hair on my cheek. I can feel the clothes on my skin. I can feel my watch strap. So all the 3, 4 things I can feel. I'm not going to go through each of them. The 3 things you can hear. So 5 see, 4 feel, 3 hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And that will bring you into the moment, and it's a very easy way to get there. The next thing you can do is to breathe. And the amazing thing about breathing is that it's a direct input into the autonomic nervous system. We can indirectly affect our state by our feelings, but we can change our breath and alter the state we're in. So you can breathe deeply into your diaphragm, take a nice deep breath into your belly using your diaphragm, engaging your diaphragm with the deep breath, and that engages your vagus nerve, and that is the parasympathetic nervous system main nerve. And so you can take a deep breath and you can start activating your parasympathetic nervous system. So you'll be stressed and turn off the stress and go into the rest and digest and rejuvenate. And what I like to say is quite an easy way is in through your nose for 2 deep breaths, expanding the belly, and then out through your mouth for 4, and do that for a minute. And that will bring you into the parasympathetic nervous system. And at the end of this talk today, we are going to do a breath session. So it's a more in-depth one, but that's an easy way. And finally, the beat it mentality. So this comes from the early work of Elizabeth Blackburn, who was the person who discovered telomeres, and she found that if you look at a stressful situation or obstacle that's come up in front of you as a challenge rather than a threat, you have longer telomeres, which means you have better health and longer life. So just having a beat it mentality when stressful things happen. So thinking of it as a challenge rather than a threat. And the way I just do it is something happens is I just say, I've got this. So that's a quick way to get into that mentality. So finally, we're going to tinker with some lifestyle changes. As I said, we don't need to do a 180. You just need to make little changes. A 2% change in a few things can make a huge difference later on. Studies have shown that women in their 50s who had 4 to 5 healthy habits live an extra 10 disease-free years. So that's massive. 10 extra years, but disease-free years. So not only are you going to have more vitality in your life, more freedom to do the things that you love, but you're going to save money. So just tinker with your lifestyle changes, make a 2% change. And when that becomes a habit, you can make another. And I'm just going to give you 3 examples of different areas of lifestyle that will make a difference to your cellular rejuvenation. Move more. You don't need to go to the gym if you don't want to go to the gym, but move more. Go for a walk. Lift something heavy, balance on 1 foot. So I've mentioned 3 things there. It's exercise for the heart, exercise for the muscles, and exercise for the brain. And you want to do exercise for all of those things, but just move more. Eat less. So eat less calories. Just a 12% reduction in the number of calories, the amount of calories you have, because they have huge health benefits. Just 12%. Eat less sugar. every time you add sugar to your diet, it reduces your lifespan directly. It actually is bad for cellular rejuvenation because it causes inflammation. And eat less processed food, then you'll have less fat. Oh, and when I say less fat, less unhealthy fats. And finally, go outside, watch a sunrise or watch a sunset, walk in a forest, or plant a garden, if not a garden, a pot plant. If you make any of those changes, they're all positive, and you're going to make a big change in your life. So that's very briefly an ACT formula. If you don't know where to start, there's a good place. Be aware of your thoughts and reframe them. Connect with your feelings, and as much as possible, stay in the rest digest system, and tinker with your lifestyle. And what I'd like to do now is to share with you a breathwork session called Quantum Breath. It's a very powerful system for rewiring the nervous system. Trauma, particularly in childhood, is programmed into the nervous system, and we get these little circuits that create little blocks, little short circuits. And then we don't find that we can get where we want to get. And it often impedes us changing what we do. So if we want to make changes, we need to sometimes clear out the blocks. And so quantum breath is good for clearing blocks so you can connect with what you do want, new habits, and create the sort of energy, the energetic frequency for that to occur. And we use breath rhythms, sound, and intention. And quantum breath is also a very effective way for putting you in the rest, digest, rejuvenation state so that you can have cellular rejuvenation. And so rather than just do breath exercises when you are stressed, you can do them regularly so that you get a habit of being in that state. You get a habit of being in the rejuvenation state. So if you would just like to get comfortable, I'm just going to get some music. And so just relax your neck, relax your jaw. It's very important that you are in an undisturbed space. Just 1 second. So yeah, very important that you're in an undisturbed space. And so just keep in a nice undisturbed space, relax your neck, relax your jaw. You can do this at your own pace. That's the most important thing, is to do this at your own pace. Hopefully you can hear that fine at the moment. So at any time it's too much, just go back to a natural breath. And if you're ready in a nice undisturbed space, I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just 1 second, I just think before we start, I think the music's quite loud enough yet. Okay, so you're ready. A breath in through your nose, expanding your belly, and out through your mouth. In through your nose, expand your belly, and out through your mouth. Just keep that breathing. Nice deep breath in through your nose, expanding your belly, and out through your mouth. Just be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body expanding as you breathe in, and relaxing and letting go as you breathe out. Notice any tension in your body. Breathe in to the place where there's tension. And as you breathe out, feel the tension dissolve. Perfect. Notice your thoughts. Just notice. Observe them as if they're clouds passing by. If it's important, you can come back to it later. Just notice. Notice your emotions. Notice if there are any particular part of the body. Just notice, no judgment. And now tap into something you feel grateful for. Really feel the gratitude, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be big, it can be a small thing, but just really tap into the gratitude and that feeling of gratitude. And from this place, we're going to connect with your intention. What is it that you want more of in your life? Maybe it's freedom. Freedom to make your own decisions, whatever your age. Freedom to live life on your terms. Maybe it's love. Maybe you need more self-love, more love for you to give yourself priority. Maybe it's confidence. Whatever it is, create a short statement, I am, and your intention. So maybe I am freedom, or I am love. And when I ask you to connect with your intention, say that in your head, that I am statement. Perfect. And now to really ground into that intention, I'm going to breathe in and out equal amounts. So I'm going to count for a count of 4. So breathing in through your nose, 2, 3, 4, out through your mouth, 2, 3, 4. In through your nose, 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth, 2, 3, 4. And if you just keep breathing, count to yourself, or maybe use your intention to count. You're creating coherence between the brain and the heart. We're creating harmony between all of your cells. We're creating a state where your cells can rejuvenate. Perfect. Perfect. And now we're going to go a little deeper. So on the next breath, on the breath out, allow a sound to come. So it's So a loud sigh or any sound that wants to come. Keep going, keep going. And as you breathe out, allow your navel to go in towards your spine. So as you're breathing out, you're creating a noise, a sound, and your navel is moving in. So keep going, going. You might want to try going a little faster. Just find a rhythm that suits you. Keep going. It's okay if it feels a little uncomfortable. Transformation happens outside the comfort zone, so it's all good. Keep going. Keep going. Perfect. Perfect. Keep going at the same rate, and I'm going to give you a 7-second countdown. So keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, slow down. 3, 2, slow down. 1. Take one last breath in and out. Then take a deep breath in. Hold it briefly. And now let the air gently release, very gently. Just let it out. Let all the air out, and at the end of the exhale, you're going to hold. Don't breathe in. Let all the air out. Drop your chin and just hold. And remember your intention. You've made all of this space. Remember your intention. And when you're ready, breathe in through your nose and out with a loud sigh. If you can hold a little longer, that's perfect. Just holding in the emptiness. And when you're ready, breathe in through your nose and out. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. Hold it. Feel yourself floating like a balloon. Hold it. Remember your intention. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. And when you're ready, breathe out, spreading that intention all around. Breathe in through your nose. Hold. Sip it in through your mouth. Hold it. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. Really remember your intention. Expand the feeling of your intention. Expand it 5 times, 10 times. And when you're ready, breathe out and spread that intention all around. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. Sip it in through your mouth. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. Really expand into that feeling. Open and receptive to more, for more in your life. And when you're ready, breathe out with and then just come back to a sweet, gentle breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And notice what's different. Remember your intention. It's done. It is done. Just breathe gently and to really integrate your intention into every cell of your body. We're going to breathe in for 3 and out for 6, and I will count for you. So in through your nose, 2, 3, out through your mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just keep breathing in that pattern, breathing out for twice as long, maybe 2, 4 or 4, 8, whatever works for you. Remember your intention. Perfect. Perfect. Take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And let's go one more time. So this time breathing out with a sound, pulling your navel in. Maybe go a little bit faster this time than you did before. Perfect. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And I'm going to give you a 7-second countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, slow down. 2, 3, 2, slow down. 1. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Gently let the air out, all the air out, relax, and hold on the exhalation. Don't breathe in, just hold as long as you can. And this time, when you get the first urge to breathe, hold just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. And on the next urge, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You really want to allow your stem cells to be activated for further cellular rejuvenation. It's fine, your body's well oxygenated, it's quite safe. It's quite safe. When you're ready, breathe in through your nose and out. Perfect. Perfect. You can wait a little longer. Perfect. And then on the next breath in, breathe in through your nose. Hold it. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. Hold. Squeeze your pelvic floor as if you're stopping yourself peeing. Feel golden liquid light going up your spine into your brain, lighting it up. Remember your intention. And then breathe out with a breathe in through your nose. Hold it. Squeeze your pelvic floor, golden light going up your spine into your brain, lighting it up. I am. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember your intention and breathe it out all around. One last time. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. Relax your neck, relax your jaw, squeeze your pelvic floor, liquid golden light going up your spine, lighting up your brain. I am. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember your intention and breathe it all around. And come back to a natural breath. A sweet, soft, natural breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And notice what's different. Remember your intention. It is done. Just breathe gently. Knowing your intention is integrated into every cell of your body. Just to finish, we're going to do breathe out with a humming sound. So I was going to breathe in and then out. So on the next breath in, a nice deep breath in through your nose and then keeping your mouth closed. Breathe out with a long hum. Feeling the vibration, feeling the integration in every cell of your body, and then come back to a natural breath. Perfect. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Perfect. Well, thank you for allowing me to guide you in that breath session. I hope you have experienced the state of cellular rejuvenation, that state of being in the calmness of the sympathetic nervous system, the rest, digest and rejuvenation system, the system where you do create healthier cells. If you would like to know what's next, please feel free to scan the QR code that will take you to the free resources on my website. There's a gratitude meditation. If you would like to practice that, it's a 5-minute meditation specifically written for cellular rejuvenation. If you would like to do a little bit more on mindset shift, there's a free mini course. And if anyone's interested in doing the 12-week online course, it's Vibrant Age Revolution, just go to the home page and there'll be a link there. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you all again soon.